Hello everyone, so I am going to show you guys today how to stretch out your hip flexors. Now, if you've been sitting at home for a while, maybe you have a desk job, you're in a pandemic, your hips are going to be a lot tighter than normal. They're going to be tight because when you're constantly sitting all the time, your hips are in a flex position. So ultimately, you're in a flex position for long periods of time, and that's what causes your hips to become very tight. And this can affect your training, any hip extensor movement like hip thrusts, glute kickbacks, and any other movement that uses your hips. You're going to find it a lot more difficult to fully contract your glutes, to fully contract your hamstrings. So I'm going to show you a really great stretch that stretches your hip flexor muscles so that it can improve your hip extensor movements. So this stretch is very, very intense, and it's going to stretch not only your hip flexor, it's going to also stretch out your quads too if those are also tight. So it's a very, very effective exercise. And what you're going to need is a wall here. And I like to put down a mat and a towel. So that's what you're going to need. The first thing you want to do is whichever side you want to be stretching, you're going to put that leg up on the wall. So I'll show you here. So in this case, I don't have that much room here, but I'm going to show you. So it's better if I just go down like that. So you're going to put that side on the wall. Make sure your knee is as close to the wall as you can. Otherwise, if it's a little bit forward, you might hurt your knee. So keep that against the wall. And you're going to have this leg up here. Try to get it to 90 degrees. If you're very, very tight, you're probably already going to feel a stretch in your quad here or in your hip, depending on which is tight. So for me right now, I feel it a lot in my quad because my quads are tight. So I'm not feeling it too much in my hip. So this is because right now, my hip is actually still flexed. So in order to feel it more in your hip, what you're going to do is you are going to drive your hip down, okay? And now already I feel it a lot more in my hip than my quad. Actually, I feel it both, but now I'm starting to feel it in my hip, okay? Now I'm going to show you the other side so that you can see. Oops. So again, put your leg as close to the wall as you can. Bring that other leg up. And what you can do is also squeeze the glute the side of the stretch that you're working. Squeeze it as hard as you can, and you're going to feel it a lot more in your hip. This is really, really intense, guys, so don't push it too hard. Just make sure that you're feeling the stretch, and if you can tolerate more of the stretch, you can inch your way into it a bit more, and you're going to stretch it out even more, and you're going to notice in your glute bridges, in your kickbacks, they're going to start to improve because you're stretching out the muscle that's tight, and it's the muscle that's inhibiting you from having full hip extension or fully squeezing your glutes. Hold this stretch for 30 seconds and keep inching your way into the stretch the more you get comfortable. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale when you are going into the stretch further so that you can relax. And try this one out. It's going to improve your exercise, and it's going to really help combat that tightness that you experience from sitting so much. So I hope you guys like this video. Let me know if you want to see more stretch videos. I have a lot more exercises that I do myself, and that can help you loosen up those tight muscles. So give this video a thumbs up, comment below, and I will see you in the next video.